He's a CRS alum. He was a PIAA All-State player. Full ride to Syracuse University, All-American team. Came out and graduated a year early. Had a year remaining what he could have played. First round draft pick of the New York Giants. No, the New York Football Giants. Is that right, Justin? First round. Starting New York Giants, right tackle, our own Justin Pugh.
Well, first off, I probably should have gone before Coach Snyder. I mean, I got a couple of things written down. You did a great job. It was great meeting you tonight, Coach. So just wanted to say that first and foremost. I wrote a couple of things down I wanted to say to you guys. I didn't know if I was going to be able to come back and speak tonight. Luckily, we won this past weekend. I know most of you guys probably want to boo me right now, but I do appreciate you guys having me back. You know, you saw the result of the Sunday's game, but it's football at the end of the day, and that's something that I love, and I know all you guys here love, so I think it's something that's important to come back and talk to you guys and kind of share what I've been through and what you guys are going to see in 5 years. Think about it, I'm 23 years old, guys. I mean, you guys are going to be in my shoes in a few years, and it's something that at this dinner I would have never thought that I probably would be where I'm at. So first off, I mean, I'm Justin Pugh. I know you introduced me. Council Rock South grad, went to Syracuse University, was just drafted by the New York Giants, what they're playing now, and I know I'm having a similar season to some of you guys, and we're 2-6, and you go into those big games, like this past weekend when you go and play a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, or you're going to go in this North-South rivalry game, and there's nothing like it. It doesn't matter what the records are. When you go into this game, you know you're going to put it all on the line. So, I think a couple things that football taught me. You know, you have that strong bond. It's something that when I was in high school, you're there with the guys that you grew up with. You're playing with guys that grew up down the street from you, that you went to grade school with, and that's something that's very special, and you're never going to get that again. You build a lot of good relationships, especially with your coaches. It's the first time you really get taught something from somebody, and I know I had a coach. Obviously, all these coaches are great that are here right now, but I want to give a special thanks to my coach Bruce Stansberry, who passed away my senior year. And he's someone that it'd be great to have him here tonight and see, you know, what we've all been through and where I've came in. I would love to have that for me. But without a doubt, I think that regardless of when you're going to play, you never know when that last play is going to be. You never know when you're going to go on and it's going to be your last play in football. And I think that something that I'll always remember thinking about high school football. I want you guys, you know, you're in it now and you don't really realize it, but I'm 5 years removed, and if I could go back and play one game, if I could just play one game of football again, I would play in that North-South game on a Friday night. There's nothing like it, guys. I mean, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I mean, I played a lot of big games, but there's nothing like that game you're about to play on Friday night. You know, something I missed, some of the things I missed that you guys are still in there, and I want you to cherish it. I want you to pass this on to the other guys, like Coach said earlier. You know, those bus rides home, when you're in there even after a loss or a win. I know sometimes we used to sing or get on the coach's nerves. I mean, that's something that's awesome. I know you guys all know what I'm talking about. Or in the locker room before you go out, when you know you're getting dressed and just clowning around with your buddies. There's nothing like that, and it's weird to say, I guess, if you've never been it, but I think most people in this room has been in that situation, and it's something that you always remember. And one thing that you would never think that you would miss, but playing on real grass. I mean, I know some of you guys haven't had the chance with the turf in there now, but I got to play at Soldier Field in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and to play on real grass again and just being able to get your pants dirty. It's something that, it's weird to say, like I said, but if you had that experience, you know what I'm talking about. When you come off and you smell like you just played a game of football, and that's something that you definitely never want to forget. But enough about me talking about all the stuff I missed and try to move on a little bit. I want to make sure that I touch on a few things tonight that football helps not only on the field but off the field, because I think in the game of football, you never know. You never know when it's going to be your last play. So there's things that this game has taught me. I know it's taught many people here that I want to make sure that I kind of share with you. The first thing that Coach Coughlin talks to us about a lot is preparation. And he gives us this quote by Abe Lincoln. I don't know if you remember it, but it's something that kind of stuck with me. And it's you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. And it's something that I've learned throughout the years. No matter what you're doing in life, you want to prepare for it. It's something that if they're going to give you time, make sure you do the right things and you prepare. The second thing is discipline. I think football is one of the reasons why I am who I am today, teaching me that discipline. To be early, to be on time, to do all the little things right. I think that's something all my coaches have been very big on, is doing the little things. Like getting to class on time, making sure you have your homework done, making sure when you say you're going to do something, you follow through with that. And I think that carries on to whatever you're going to do in life. If you're getting that job promotion, or you're going to college, you're making sure you're still doing those things. And I think football has taught all of us that doing the little things right off the field carries on to the field. You're going to be that guy making that game-winning touchdown throw, that block that sets it free. And the last thing I think is acceptance. And I think we're all going to learn this as we go along. And I probably didn't realize this when I was here. Through football, I got to play with guys from every race, every religion, every economic background, and it just shows you that when you get out there in the real world, and I'm not saying we're not in the real world, but you know what I mean, but when you get out there and you're working and you're in college, you're going to encounter people that are from all over, and I think that's the biggest thing that I've come to find out, is accepting where everyone comes from, being able to work together, because out there it's teamwork is everything, and you guys probably see that now with the teachers and everybody, and you guys have that advantage. Not a lot of people, everything in high school right now is you want to have that GPA, you want to have that SAT score, but I think you guys have the most valuable thing, which is teamwork. You guys know what it takes to come together, come in at 7 a.m. in the morning, go through those practices. Nobody knows what you guys have gone through, and it's something that is valuable, and it's definitely going to help you out later down the road. So I think I'll close with this. I've had the privilege and I've been blessed to play in NFL stadiums. I played in 100,000 people at Penn State, got to play at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. But I would trade it all to come back and be sitting in the seats that you guys are in right now. I envy you guys, and to have that chance to go out there one last time on Friday night and play the game you love. And if I could just say anything, it was just to lay it all on the line when you guys get out there. When you guys step between those white lines, it's just you and the guys across from you. And I want you guys to go out there and have fun. That's the best thing. You guys are playing the most pure, simplest form of the game right now. I'll tell you a quick story. During the whole draft process, I went to Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They host draft guys before they make their decision. So I'm sitting in Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and I'm sitting there with Jerry Jones. He's the owner of the Cowboys, and everyone knows Jerry Jones is he calls it like it is. He tells you how he feels. He wears his emotions on the sleeve. And I'm sitting in this mega stadium. It literally is the biggest thing I've ever been in. This huge TV board has my picture on it. It says, "Welcome to Cowboy Stadium, Justin Pugh. We look forward to having many years to come with you as a Cowboy." And he says to me, shakes my hand, and he goes, "You see this stadium up right here?" And I was like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying not to mess up. I'm trying to get drafted by these guys. I don't know." And he tells me how much it cost for them to build it. It was millions and millions of dollars. And he goes, "You know what you're here for?" And I was like, "No, sir." I'm like, I want to get drafted. I want to become a Cowboy. I mean, you're sucking up to all these guys, trying to tell them what they want to hear. And I go, "No, sir." And he says to me, he goes, "Well, I wrote a check. My ass has to cash now." He told me how much the stadium was, and that's why I'm bringing you here, to help me cash that check. And he was like, I realized it was a business. The NFL is a business. And at that point, I realized that if I could go back and play any game, that's why I would come back here. Because you guys aren't out there doing it for the money. You guys are doing it because that guy next to you is putting it all on the line, and you want to do the same for your brothers. So enough about all this. I want you guys to go out there and have fun. And at the end of the day, it's a game, and you guys are playing it. But thank you for having me, and just make sure you guys cherish it. Cherish every moment you have out there, because you never know. So good luck this Friday, and I look forward to seeing the outcome.